this is not the most volatile election that we've ever seen. It might feel like it. I think in 2016, when the market went up after President Trump was elected, I think a lot of that, I think there was the potentiality of lower regulations and lower taxes, and then the stock market might have favored that. I think it was just that we had put behind us the bickering and the cycle that we had seen between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And so just kind of getting that behind, we now know what we're dealing with going forward. So markets really tend to draw upon certainty and what they know, rather than dealing with the emotional experience that we have leading up to the election. So that's where the cycle can create volatility, but the outcome may not be as significant. I think this is interesting, is that George Washington said, newspapers filled with all the invective, the disappointment, ignorance of facts, and malicious falsehoods could invent to misrepresent my politics. And Thomas Jefferson, he didn't say fake news, but he did say nothing can now be believed which is seen in a newspaper. Truth itself becomes suspicious by being put into that polluted vehicle. So this is not new, where we have politicians who are unhappy with how things are presented in the media and don't think that they're truly or fairly representing the facts. And those of you who know me, I'm a Civil War buff, and I'm an ambassador at the Union League, and a true, that's really one of kind of my primary sources of just fiction, historical fiction. And it's amazing to me when you go back in the 1800s in particular, when you look at what was written and what was going on in the streets politically and here in the United States. This isn't something new that we're going through. Think back to Aaron Burr, who, with the production of Hamilton being so popular here. I think we all know the story of Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton, if you didn't know before the musical. But, here we have the Vice President of the United States in a duel and kills the past U.S. Secretary of Treasury, and potentially, a leader in the political narrative going forward from that point in time. So I would say, as long as Vice President Pence doesn't get involved in a duel with anyone, that we're probably at a higher standard than what we've seen in the past. So this isn't something new. So what I'd like to just cover then is I think the takeaway here is simply, historically markets have not been dramatically shifted. The economy has not been dramatically shifted. I will also point out, here in the United States, the House of Representatives goes through a major election every 2 years. And of course, we re-elect a president every 4 years. And so where things can perhaps not be in the best in your mind, or perhaps even the best for what we need as far as policy, we have the opportunity to re-elect and re-engage at that point in time. And that's why I think works so well here in the United States. But I also think it speaks to why one candidate or the other has a difficult time really making an enormous shift. I'm trying to take that fear away.